Hey guys! So, it's been forever, seemingly, since I did my last EOS review. Or EOS review. Sorry, I know, it's been a while, so I've fallen back into the old habit of calling them EOS instead of EOS. Whatever. Let me actually look and see how long it's been since I've posted one of these. It has been, wow. Since February 19th. Yeah. And today is April 3rd. Been a while, but yeah, I meant to review this one quite a while ago, given how much I like it, but I never got around to it, so I'm doing it today. Anyway, as of yet, EOS only has 2 different flavors in their Visibly Soft collection. I already reviewed the Vanilla Mint one. That was actually my very first ever EOS review. And this is their other one. This is the coconut milk flavor. I'm going to hold it up close so you can see. It's pink stripes with lighter pink stripes. It's like baby pink and sort of Pepto-Bismol pink in color. It's kind of hard to tell like the true colors on this video, but whatever. It's all good. One thing that I did note right off the bat with this one, as opposed to a lot of the other EOSs that I have, the cut of the egg itself, or the sphere I should say, it doesn't seem like it's cut quite correctly, and when I looked at the Vanilla Mint one, I noticed they both kind of look like that. And this is a thing that, excuse me, I'm still getting my voice back, but it kind of holds true throughout the entire line of EOS. Like, some of them fit really, really flush and tight together. Other ones are so loose that, like, even all the way screwed on, they wiggle. And that makes me nervous that they won't stay good as well. And then some of them just seem like they weren't cut quite right and don't line up. Like, look at this side here, right? You don't see much of a line at all because it fits so flush. Now look at that side. There's like this big gap in it where it doesn't line up. And even on the thumbprint, I'm not sure if the camera's really going to do justice to, yeah, it doesn't really show it, but the two halves, there's kind of like a little ledge where it just doesn't line up, and I'm so OCD that bugs me. But anyway, other than that, it is one of the more tightly fitting ones, so even though it doesn't quite line up, I still feel pretty good that it'll keep it fresh. So, that aside, open that baby up. It smells so good. I heard some reviews that made me almost scared to open this one when I was first collecting them, even though it was one of the first ones I bought. But some of you had said that it smelled almost like rotten fruit or something, and I was like, oh my god, that sounds like you got a bad one or something, which I assume they must have, because there's nothing rotten smelling about this. And you can see that it's kind of uneven. Well, I'm trying to hold it to show that, yeah, maybe you guys can't see it, but there's already like a little ledge from where I've been using it quite a bit, but anyway, it doesn't smell exactly like coconut milk per se, but it is very heavily coconutty, but it smells more like sort of a pina colada scent, in my opinion, because I feel like, sorry, my eyes are itchy still. What am I thinking? Oh yeah, I pick up on a little bit of, not coconut, well, coconut is the main flavor here, obviously enough, since it's coconut milk, but I feel like I also pick up on some pineapple, which they don't mention, but yeah, I feel like pina colada would have been a much more apt flavor name for this instead of coconut milk, because I've smelled and drank coconut milk before, and not really. Not really. Pina colada, yes. Coconut milk, no. But it's still really good. But, the other thing that one could compare it to, which could be good, could be bad, depending on the way you view it, it smells kind of like suntan lotion. Or, sunscreen. Sunscreen, not suntan lotion. So yeah, it smells a little bit sunscreeny, but I mean, that's okay. I mean, what does sunscreen make you think of? It makes you think of the beach. It makes you think of happy stuff, so that's a good thing. It doesn't actually have any SPF in it or anything, but it just smells like sunscreen, but anyway, moving right along. The texture of it. Excuse me. I actually prefer this one to the Vanilla Mint one. It feels softer on my lips. That one felt like you had to work at it to really get much out of it, whereas this one, I kind of just put a lot on because I like how it feels, but it glides really smoothly, and it's another one where you can tell that it's going to get into your lips and moisturize pretty early on into the game, but it doesn't leave like a real greasy feel or anything like that. It's very light on your lips, and it does absorb in kind of quickly, in my opinion. Excuse me again. It doesn't leave a whole lot of shine. Like, I'm gonna zoom in here. See, you don't really, it's not really a glossy one, but yeah, I suppose if you looked really close, there's probably a little teeny tiny bit of a sheen, but not really anything noticeable. So it kind of is a misnomer to call it visibly soft, because you can't really tell that you're wearing it when you have it on. That said, it does soften your lips. I don't know that I'd go so far as to say that it moisturizes any better than the normal EOS lip balm products, but it's still really nice, and I like it an awful lot. I like this a lot better than the Vanilla Mint one. I still feel like if it were more of a mint to vanilla ratio than a other way around, as it is, I'd probably like it more, but it's almost just straight up vanilla. This one, it smells like what it's supposed to. Well, I mean, it's not exactly coconut milk, but it does smell like coconut, so therefore, I like it better. That, and it just has a nicer texture, it feels like it does its job better. It just, I don't know, I like this one more than the other. So, if I were going to recommend one of those particular two to you, it would probably be this one. Unless you don't like coconut. If you don't like coconut, steer clear of it, but my mom also just recently got this particular one, and she loves it, and this is only her, I think, second EOS she's ever had, because I gave her one of my spare ones of the Sweet Mint, and she loves it. So then I apparently got her hooked on them, so now every time she sees EOS in the store, she's like, oh, I want one, and she pretty much asks me my input on what I think she'd like, so I pretty much told her, yeah, get the coconut milk one, get the summer fruit one, get honeysuckle honeydew, you'd be good to go. But pretty much, most of the EOS ones, you can't go wrong, because they're all great, so, with the exception of maybe the medicated tangerine. You might want to steer clear of that one. But other than that, I think they're all wonderful. But this particular one, as this is what we're talking about, I would rate this... What would I rate this? Scent-wise, I'd give it a 10. In terms of the entire overall product, about an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Like I said, the packaging is a little bit wonky, and I gotta grade it down for that, because I do have to wonder if the airflow in there could be problematic to the product in some way or another. Also, these scratch really easily. I put this in my purse once, okay? I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but there's a, let's see. Yeah, I guess it doesn't show up on the webcam really, but right here, there's like a big long gouge in it that I wish you guys could see. And it was only in my purse for maybe 2 hours, and that happened. And I made a point of not even having anything rough near it, so I don't even know how that happened. There's a littler one sideways along one of the stripes, but yeah. So that's a known thing with EOS in general, not just this particular one. They scratch very easily. That is one thing that I do admittedly like better about Revo over EOS, is that they have a harder plastic shell and they're harder to mess up for it. Versus the EOS, which Actually, the visibly soft ones are probably tougher than the normal ones because the normal ones feel like they have an almost rubberized sort of a shell to them. The visibly soft ones, the main darker color is actually a hard plastic. You can hear me tapping on it, whereas the lighter color is the rubberized stuff that they make the other ones out of. So it's kind of half and half, but yeah, they still scratch pretty easily. And how this particular gouge goes, it's kind of funny because the majority of it goes across the softer parts, and it's like it skips over the harder parts, so yeah, that. But it's not a deal breaker. I would still totally recommend this to just about anybody. It still makes your lips soft, although like I said, I feel like it doesn't necessarily do as great a job as the normal ones, which is funny because they made a point of making like this whole subline, even though it only consists of 2, that are supposedly better at moisturizing than the others, and I feel like it doesn't do as great a job at it, so yeah, what even? I don't know, but I know I keep feeling it. But it is a really nice feel though. So like I said, an 8 out of 10 sure ain't bad as far as ratings go. So I think that's pretty good. So that is my opinion on this one. And till next time, when I'm back with the next review, bye!